Hey guys, I'm Max from TheGamer, and today we're counting down the top 10 most broken Smash Ultimate characters that need to be nerfed. Number 10. Bayonetta. If you have seen our video on the top 10 most OP and worthless Smash characters from 1 year ago, you might remember that Bayonetta made it to the number 9 spot on that list. A whole year later, she is still one of the best characters in the game. This has been the case in Smash for the 3DS and Wii U, and you'd think that Sakurai would have learned from his mistake and would have tried to nerf her in this game. But if we look at the Smash Ultimate Invitational, this clearly didn't happen. It blows our minds that Bayonetta's Witch Time and combo moves still haven't been nerfed, but on top of that, she can now use wave dashes to hit even more combos. Sakurai, please nerf this character. Number 9. Richter Belmont. Poor Simon. All the hype from his reveal trailer faded away as soon as his superior Echo Fighter Richter got announced. Pro player Alpharad has gone on record saying that Richter is way better than Simon in every possible way.
Richter would have lived that one, so he would have even hit you.
And this is completely true. For one, Simon's down B, Holy Water, uses a fire element, while Richter's Holy Water actually uses a water element. Aside from that, Richter is also stronger and has a faster running speed than Simon. Sure, he has a slightly worse recovery, but when that's his only weakness, you can't call him anything less than a top tier character. Number 8. King K. Rool. After his latest appearance in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, the fans were ecstatic when everyone's favorite Croc was announced. But when the game actually released, people quickly realized just how strong this character actually was. For starters, he's the only heavyweight to have a projectile, and on top of that, he has an unbeatable recovery and a reflect. And like Pro Gamer Pro Safia Gaming shows us, he's the only character in the game that can beat all the bosses in the entire game without taking any damage. If that doesn't show you that he needs to be nerfed, I don't know what will. Number 7. Byleth. Just like Bayonetta, Byleth is completely a pay-to-win character. From the moment she got shown off and Sakurai effortlessly defeated 5 characters with just her, we all knew she would be a problem. It would have been okay if this was a character we actually wanted, but instead Sakurai decided to add a 10 Fire Emblem character that no one asked for. Sakurai, maybe you shouldn't just nerf Byleth, but remove her from the game entirely, since no one likes her. Number 7. King Dedede. If we take a look at the official tier list, we can see that Dedede is at the top, and for good reason. To start it off, he's the only heavyweight to have a projectile, but on top of that he also has an amazing recovery and a reflect. But the thing that really makes him OP is his side smash attack. It's completely unpunishable and can break shields. If that doesn't show you that he needs to be nerfed, I don't know what will. Number 4. Luigi. If you watched our old video, you might remember that we called Luigi one of the worst characters in the game. Well, that was one of the biggest mistakes we ever made, and we immediately fired the person who put him on there. We might not all be able to play him like we're Zero, but Luigi is still one of the best characters in the game, with one of the best recoveries in the game and some unescapable 0 to death combos. Number 3. Zelda. Unlike the worthless Mario Princess, Zelda is actually a top tier in this game. Legends like Birdbeer or Alpharad have shown us just how good this princess is. With her unbeatable neutral attack and 2 great projectiles, she is great at spacing. Her final smash is also one of the best ones in the game, being able to kill you with it as early as 0% if you use it right. She also looks really cute, which makes her one of the best characters in the entire game. Number 2. Ganondorf. Sakurai seems to really like the Zelda characters in this game, as Ganondorf is one of the best characters ever put in the entire Smash franchise. He has the only move in the entire game that can kill you at 0%. And if that wasn't bad enough, he also has a cheap forward special which he can use to drag you down with him. But even without his specials, he can still use his big sword to use spacing and keep his opponents at a safe distance. If a character gives a pro player like Alpharad a hard time, you know we're dealing with a huge threat. And yet, he's not even the strongest character in the game. Number 1. Little Mac. Just like Bayonetta, Little Mac was the best character in Smash 4 and still is to this day. But it wasn't always like this. At first, people were dumb enough to actually think that this was one of the worst characters in the game. But it all changed when a player called Super Boxerman beat Zero in a money match once. And the rest was all history.
Because he didn't know I was invincible in it too. It's a glitch that not many people know about.
From that point onward, people started to see just how good his super armor, smash attacks and invincible neutral B really were. Yes, he might be a bit slow, but that alone is not enough to stop this character from being the very best in the game. So there you have the top 10 most broken characters in Smash Ultimate. If you want to see a video on why every Fire Emblem character should be cut to make place for Waluigi, click on the video on the left. And if you want to see a video on why there's nothing wrong with Smash Ultimate Online and all the complainers are just big babies, click the video on the right. Please never make me do this again because I want to kill myself.